moving on to our next topic, and this has been a topic that has really taken over the sports headlines of the last couple of weeks now. You know, we've mentioned the Deshaun Watson situation with the Texans. You and I have been vocal about we understand why Watson wants to leave there. But over the last couple of weeks, 16 total civil suits have been filed against Deshaun Watson for what these accusers are saying was either very inappropriate interactions with Deshaun Watson, and 2 of them are saying that they were sexually assaulted. So, you know, this is such a tough situation all around. You know, the timing, as a sports fan, you look at the timing and say, you know, this seems like a little too coincidental with what's going on with Deshaun Watson. But it's a serious situation because there's a chance that all these women were either sexually assaulted or, you know, were mistreated by Deshaun Watson. So it's a tough thing to pick sides on. You don't really want to do that. It's a tough situation, Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, a very, very serious topic. And very serious allegations. So I know the allegations that are really going to be investigated and are currently being investigated. So hopefully they'll have a thorough a report on really what their findings are to really let us know. But yeah, I mean, some serious allegations. But I think the biggest thing is, yeah, the timing of it. I just have to question the timing of it. And it's one of those things where, like, why didn't this all come out like 2 or 3 years ago when he was on the rise and was creating his image as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL? So why come out now when he's on the trade block and is the biggest name on the trade block? So I think we all have to question the timing of it, and even the numbers of that many numbers. That's a lot. And I mean, I have to remind our viewers of how our former president had 17 accusations lobbied against him, and nobody seemed to care. And I'm talking about Donald Trump. So I really have to question the number of them and the timing of it, and why now? Why didn't you come out before? But very serious allegations that need to be looked into. And I think, you know, a lot of people are out there. This is one of those things where conspiracy theories start to fly because so many people have some questions, and people are saying, are the Texans the one that have kind of murkied the waters here to make Deshaun look bad, to maybe force him to come back or to even affect his trade value? But I can't see why you would want to do that, why you would not want to get max value for your player. So I don't think the Texans are the ones that do that, but I'm just talking about these are some of the conspiracy theories that are flying around because of these allegations coming out of left field and coming out of nowhere, where this guy's been in the league for a long time. You know, this isn't like a situation where Ben Roethlisberger, where he had the one accuser and was accused immediately, and he wasn't on the trade block at the time. He was a quarterback at the height of his career in Pittsburgh, and the accuser came forward. So it's not a situation like that. It's a situation where at the height of his career, nobody's saying anything. They're saying he's the best player and a great guy. But then all of a sudden, when he says that he wants to be moved and traded, that now all these accusations start coming up one after another. And another thing that we all have to question is, why are they not, criminal? Why are they not criminal? There's 0 criminal investigations going on, 0 criminal complaints. They're all civil, which any smart person knows civil complaints are all about money. They're all about money and settlements and civil liability, which in the end all turns into money. So I think most of us just have questions about that.
Right. I'm certainly not a legal expert. I don't know a lot about that stuff other than watching, true crime documentaries and podcasts and things. And what I've heard from some of the, law specialists that go on talk radio or podcasts or other media outlets is that civil suits are easier to get a sort of get the win. You know what I mean? Like to convict somebody of a sexual assault criminally, the percentage of the conviction you have to get in the court of law with the jury is a lot harder to get than what you have to get for a civil suit. So a lot of times that's why the civil suit is pursued instead of the criminal pursuit, because it's tough to,
so right now,
unless you have a camera in the room, it's a he said, she said, or she said, or he said type of situation. So, if you don't have that hard evidence, it's sometimes hard to convict somebody of this crime, even if this person did do it. So I think that's why the civil suits were pursued. But the thing that I do question a little bit, I don't know enough about law to really understand this part of it, is that Busby, the lawyer that is representing, I believe, all these suits, was the first. The first accusation came out, and the woman in the first accusation tried to come to a six-figure settlement with Desean Watson privately first before they pursued the civil suit. So their first option was just to get money without even going public with this. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I know it's very difficult for women to even come forward with something like this. It's really hard. And then some women, especially if it's not, a very serious sexual assault, if it's just a sort of more of a minor, none of this is minor, but more of a minor situation, where, it's something that just happened in a second or two. Sometimes they don't even know that they were violated until after the fact, until they hear from other women. So it's such a strange situation. But that first, attempt at a six-figure settlement, to me, is, I don't want to say it's fishy, but it does put up a red flag a little bit, and just, you got to look into it more, because that's something that I think the Watson side could talk about if they're trying to defend Desean Watson in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us have questions about it, and the general public has questions. It's been a hot topic. Deshaun's been a hot topic, it seems like, for months now. And so that's why I'm like, why didn't they even come out at the beginning when he first went on the trade block? And that was the time to come out now. But it's even months into this process, when people start complaining about the process, that now finally these allegations start popping up. So it's like, it's a very serious allegation. I think that we all have questions, and we want to know. We want to know what happened. And I think we will get answers, but I don't think we're going to get them anytime soon. I think, yeah.
And because of that, Brandon, because of that, I think this is gonna, and I'm sorry to cut you off, this is really gonna, on a much less important level of this is really gonna hold up the quarterback movement in the NFL. Because if you think about it, if Watson was gonna go to the Jets, then the Jets would be trading the second overall pick to the Texans. The Texans would probably take Zach Wilson, and so forth. If Watson was gonna go to the Dolphins, then the Texans might be taking Justin Fields or whoever at pick 3, and then if Watson went to the Jets were then going to ship Sam Darnold to wherever, possibly San Francisco. And then maybe San Francisco is trying to trade Garoppolo. So there's all these domino effects that happen if Deshaun Watson gets traded before the draft. It doesn't look like that's going to happen now, which is it's mind blowing. When probably 3 weeks ago even we were like, he's definitely getting traded. Now I don't think he's gonna. Because of this situation, it's going to be really tough. So I think that's another factor into this that obviously is less serious than the actual allegations and what's going on legally, but it is going to have a domino effect in the NFL.
No, I think you're right. I think it's going to affect the landscape of the quarterbacks and the timing of everything, because you probably would have seen this trade done before the draft, but I don't think you're going to see this trade done before the draft now. However, I do still think you will see this trade being done before the season starts. I think he's still going to move teams. And the Texans' #1 beat writer even said, it's time to move him. And he didn't understand why they haven't moved him already, because their value is just going down now. The longer they wait, the teams know that he wants out. The teams know that they need to move him. So all these other NFL teams are in a power position where they can wait it out as long as they want, so they can get Deshaun Watson at the cheapest value possible. So the Texans have to start thinking about that moving forward. But I know it's definitely a topic we're going to be talking about, because he is going to get traded over these next few weeks, and these allegations are going to come to a head, and we'll figure that out as well. So we'll talk about it again going forward on the show.